Good afternoon. This is Aron Coste. It is December 30th, 2020, 1 p.m. here in the Republic of Ecuador, in the city of Hama, in the community of Tabuga here in Finca Paraíso. Sending this message for the world at large here to announce these efforts here in you know in a in a in a campaign in an effort to sort of rally uh, all of this hard work that has taken forth in the family of Andres Moreira and the surrounding families that live on his farm amidst COVID, amidst all of this, failed agricultural programs, accompanying debt, seeing hopelessness in which amongst this transition into COVID, there's been amazing, just just unbelievable efforts to create a better, literally establish a better future the for families, for their children, and for their neighbors and the community at large, who all need better option. They just need a better option. And this call for help on my behalf, a social scientist, development consultant, decided to help, pro bono here, living here on the farm, understanding the day to day conditions, just really ant work. As mentioned by a colleague, the work on the micro level, one family, one farm, understanding the condition, how their income is formed, how their way of life, what their way of life consists of, habits, routines, just the lifestyle, and what that constancy projects for children, offspring, and just a general future for this family, the community, and the region as a whole. And coming here, working alongside, and just guiding and sharing my skill set, my skill base, with Andres, with his family, just and with other advisors as well. Technologically giving agricultural principles. This is a farming family, a farmer, who has 4 acres of coffee that can't be sold. There isn't a market for, because it doesn't meet the quality standards, just for a plethora of reasons. But in this time, the work that's taken with Andreas, his family, has been inspirational. The drive, the consistency, because as one knows, everybody wants it, wants it, but they're not willing to work for it. Here, they worked for it despite all all conditions. The willingness, the drive, the enthusiasm, the resilience. It's commendable. And these efforts, we're turning to a public campaign to bring the world's eyes and attention here on this foundational step forward, in which we want to take, this volunteer team want to take, to encourage these actions forward. What are these actions? They're fundamental coexistences with the plant, with the earth, with the soil, regenerating the soil. Here in Manabi, the soil is dry, it's dead, it's just dirt. It's dirt, straight up dirt. And what we've done is implemented a free, locally sourced solution. It's compost with uh, you know, local animal and plant waste, cycling it into its own output, and to regenerate the soil life, the microbial life in the soil. Carbon, with all the down trees, dried wood, all these things, using biochar, inoculating it to return and return and retain moisture and humidity in the soil, and while distributing it accordingly to replenish the nutrients in the soil, which in turn gives better yields. It permits more facilities in production and growth with drought, which exists with the drying of the rivers. I mean, here traditional agriculture is slash and burn and monocropping and chemicals, lots of chemicals. So here, this is something way out of proportion in rural Ecuador in the Pacific coast, but these changes are happening. They're here, and it's gaining momentum within the community, and we want it to scale in a way that's foundationally based legally and with financial feasibility, so that all new efforts, all new agriculture, all new programs can be compared economically to give farmers a guarantee that their efforts will be remunerated. Because in the past they've been promised gold and received really a negative. They've just we want to empower the farmers here, and give them guarantees. We want to be able to offer local legal support, local financial support. We want to get the best available, but to sustain this growth, give like a safe haven for farmers who say have debt, that have land but are leaving it or selling it, or just planting new monocultural yields to get by, to either refinance or just break even. So we want to take a focus on regenerating the soil, regenerate the ecosystematic processes here in the community, which is experiencing tremendous environmental decline, tremendous deforestation, slash and burn. It's debilitating to see just neighboring farms doing this, and when there aren't any alternatives, this is as one knows, you have to be the change you want to see, and here this is the change, and farmers are joining in, and we want to encourage that in a long term, in a foundational long term growth. So these are the first two steps that we want to establish with this campaign: legal and accounting representation, to give this a representability for future alliances with academic institutions, with other volunteers, with public and private alliances. Let's say someone wants to work together with the farmers here, they can provide a contract to plant a standard production of cacao or coffee, or fruits, or what have you, medicinal herbs, what have you. It can be a concentrated space for investigation, for research, riparian systems, dry farming, amongst many others. These are all foundational steps in which we want to take forward to establish a security, a like an economic security for these families, teaching them how to live off their land, new diets, new routines that are not degrading for the surrounding, like the rivers, the waste management, the plastics, the pollution, creating a new level of awareness and consciousness on the ground from the farmers to encourage this change within the families and farmers of the community. And this is what's being done, and it's great. It's great. We need to take it to the next level. This is the next level, and unfortunately, the production that is present, the markets don't support like an internal financial development. So it needs to be a crowdfunding support, like an international effort to support and really grow and nurture this up to a stage where it can support itself. And we want to reach the level where we can return this investment, this seed investment, into educational funds for kids, creating online databases, data collections for nature, wildlife, etc., to just increase